Hello YouTubers, this is 777 Forever coming at you with another model. Today you're going to be reviewing a JC Wings Air France Airbus A330-200 in the 1/200 scale in the Old Livery. I purchased this model from Troy's Toys based out of Overland Park, Kansas. His website is www.troystoysinc.com. Sad to tell you, this was the only model he ordered for me. A lot of retailers are sold out of this model as well. Your only outside chance of getting this model, if you can find it there, is through eBay. Let me give you some information about Air France as a whole and how they became one of the most dominant airlines flying in aviation today. Air France was formed on October 7, 1933 from a merger of Air Orient, Air Union, Compagnie Générale Aéropostale Compagnie Internationale de Navigation Aérienne, Société Générale de Transport Aérien. Air France is the world's 20th oldest airline based on foundation date and is considered the national flag carrier airline for the country of France. As of 2016, Air France serves 36 destinations within France and operates worldwide scheduled passenger and cargo services to an additional 168 destinations in 93 countries, including overseas departments and territories of France, with a mixed fleet of 236 Airbus and Boeing aircraft in their fleet. The headquarters of Air France, along with its global hub and main base of operations, is located on the grounds of Paris's Charles de Gaulle International Airport, which is located in the Paris suburb of Tremblay in France, located approximately 16 miles northeast of the city center of Paris, France. Air France also has another hub that's located on the grounds of Orly Airport, which is located approximately 8.1 miles south of Paris, France, in the Paris suburb of Orly. Air France has focus cities located at Nice Airport, located in Nice, France, Marseille Airport, located in Marion, France, Lille Airport, located in Colombier, Saint-Eau, France, Toulouse Blagnac Airport, located in Blagnac, France, and Bordeaux Marignac Airport, located in Marignac, France. As of 2016, Air France currently operates as a 4-star airline carrier according to the international airline review firm Skytrax magazine. Alright folks, this is the box you're staring at here, folks. You know, the aircraft type, the aircraft you see there, the Air France title and the logo right there, the old logo right there, and the aircraft information model as well. Okay folks, this is the back of the box here. Nothing much back there except we see back there there's the JC Wings title there along with the Facebook deal right there as well. If you're a collector and you go on Facebook, you don't have JC Wings you like, you probably want to add them onto your like, because they always inform customers and collectors alike about what's coming down the pike of future releases. Okay folks, now you're looking at the top of the box. You see here, there's the aircraft type, the Air France title and the logo, the groupie Air France logo there, and the aircraft model information. Okay folks, now you're looking at the bottom of the box. Same information you see at the top of the box I showed you earlier. Okay folks, this is the model stand that came with the model, what have you. You see the pattern right there on the model stand, which means when you put your model on stand, you don't have to worry about it being damaged or scratched, what have you. They'll prevent that from being scratched and damaged, and then we come right here, folks. You see the Air France title on the plaque, the aircraft type, and the model scale type as well. This plaque deal here you see here, folks, this is something JC Wings have been doing since 2013. This is beautiful. You know, it has the model, it has the value to the model, Okay folks, with all that information out of the way about how Air France became a global airline, the boxing, the model stand, and there's no gear replacement for this model, so Hopefully JC Wings and Gemini Jets, they'll get to that point of making gear replacements for these A330s and A340s. You know, that'll be fantastic. What do you think? Yeah. Okay, but with that said, here is the model, folks. There it is, folks. The JC Wings Air France Airbus A330-200 in the Old Livery in the 1/200 scale model. Now let me give you some information about the Air France livery you see here, folks. This was the previous livery of Air France from the 1970s to the end of 2008, which was a Eurowhite scheme comprising of a white fuselage with the blue Air France title and design that's featured on the upper front of the fuselage. The tail is white with a series of parallel red and blue bars across the tail at an angle and a small European Union flag at the top of the tail. Then on January 7, 2009, to coincide with Air France's new logo, a new livery was also unveiled. Air France unveiled their new livery on February 11, 2009, and the only difference between this livery and the current livery is, number one, the livery on the tail was slightly changed. This livery has 4 blue stripes on the tail versus the current livery, which has 3 blue stripes on the tail. And number 2, the Air France title font was slightly changed as well. The title is slightly thinner, featuring a red stripe in front of the Air France title. Okay, that's the difference, folks. Everything else is still intact here, folks. So with that said, allow me to get down to business and show you all the information and all the details on this aircraft. Okay, folks, we're gonna start on the port side / left side of the aircraft, where you see the nose gears right here, the realistic nose gear, the partial nose gear door with the partial registration number on there, CM. And then you can see the cockpit windows and the windshield wipers there. I will show you a better visual view of those later on in the review. And then you see this tile right here, the Groupie Air France title and logo underneath the cockpit windows. Upon its formation in 1933, Air France adopted the seashore logo of its predecessor, Air Orient, which is known by another name as the Hippocampe as its insignia. However, after the 2009 livery change, this logo was reallocated and painted on their engines. Now, if you notice on all the engines now, you'll see that logo on there. You'll see this logo on their engines, okay? And then we come over here right behind the cockpit windows and between the L1 door. See the SkyTeam logo, folks. Air France became a member of the SkyTeam Alliance along with Delta, Aero Mexico, and Korean Air as one of the founding members on June 22nd, 2000, which consists of 20 airline members from 5 inhabited continents. Okay? And then you come over here, you know, the Airbus A330 title right there, folks. This is one of the 15 Airbus A330-200s that are currently operating in Air France's fleet. However, there was a tragic incident that involved one of Air France's Airbus A330-200 aircraft, which occurred on June 1st, 2009, when Air France Flight 447, which was also an Airbus A330-200, which bears the registration ship number F-GZCP, crashed shortly after takeoff that was en route from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil to Paris, France. The aircraft crashed into the Atlantic Ocean approximately 190 miles northeast of the Brazilian city of Natal, killing all 228 passengers, air crew, and cabin crew members aboard. Alright, and then you come over here above the fuselage. Oh, before I get to that, you see the SkyTeam logo right there as well. Then now above the fuselage right here, you see the big old Air France title right there. Alright, and then right here, folks, you see the inboard landing lights right there. Okay, now you're looking at the side angle where you see the bogey gear on this side, folks, right here, and then these engines right here. These are the General Electric CF6-80E1A3 engines that Air France uses on this particular aircraft, the Airbus A330-200. Okay, there's the nice little cones right there, very detailed, right, what have you. Now I'm going to turn this aircraft around and let you see the front angle of these engines, and the fan blades do spin, folks. Now you got a better view of these engines from the front angle, and like I said, the engines do spin. Okay, very excellent. Okay, now I'm gonna take it to the starboard side and let you see the engines on that side, and the fan blade spin as well over there. Okay, now we're on the starboard side of the aircraft. Now these engines over here, they spin as well. Okay, you get the idea. All right, now I'm gonna let you see the front of the aircraft in its entirety. Okay, now you're looking at the front of the aircraft where you got a better visual view of the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers right there, folks. You can barely see them, but they're there. There's the nose cone here on this aircraft, very detailed. And then you see the little pearls right here. Those are the gear lights right there, you see there, along with the nose gear, very realistic in detail, and the nose gear door. Okay, now with that said, I'm getting ready to take it back to the port side of the aircraft because there's more information to share with you on that side. All right. Okay, we back on the port side. We by the winglet right here, the nice little winglet here featuring the red navigation light. You see there displayed there, very detailed. Okay, we're at the back of the aircraft. You see here by this last door here, the registration ship number F-GZCM. Registration ship number F-GZCM. This is Air France's 13th Airbus A330-200 aircraft to enter their fleet. And the first test flight on this aircraft took place on January 10, 2004 and was delivered to Air France on January 30th, 2004. Air France ordered 16 Airbus A330-200s to add to their fleet, and 15 are currently operating in service, and one was written off on June 1st, 2009. Okay, now we're at the back of the aircraft. We're at the part of the tail here, where you see this logo here. This is Air France's logo, and this logo resembles that of the country's national flag of France, where Air France operates from as the national flag carrier of France. And then you see the sorry about that, folks. Then you see the European flag decal right there inside the French flag logo. This flag represents ideals of unity, solidarity, and harmony among the peoples of Europe. Okay, folks, we're at the back of the aircraft. You see the APU exhaust hole right here. There is a hole there, folks. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna let you see this whole aircraft from the rear view angle. All right, there it is, folks, the whole aircraft from the rear view angle. All right. Okay, folks, we on the starboard / right side of the aircraft. We see the cockpit windows, the SkyTeam logo, the Group Air France logo, and the decal right there. The nose gears, the nose gear doors, the front cargo container door, the Airbus A330 title right there, the Air France title right there across the upper part of the fuselage, the inboard landing light, the General Electric CF6 engines right there, the bogie on the starboard side right there, and you see the winglet and the green navigation light on this side as well. Okay, now we on back of the aircraft. You see the rear cargo container door, the bulk bin door, the registration number, and the Air France logo, and the European flag on the tail here as well. Okay, folks, before I show you the aerial bird's eye top view and an undercarriage barrier view of this aircraft, the good news about this aircraft, the gears do roll. See? And the gears even tilt. See? Oh, that's awesome. Okay, I didn't even have to touch the model. It stood on its own. Okay. All right, so with that said, here is the bird's eye top view of this aircraft. Okay, let's start with the cockpit. When you see there, see the SkyTeam logo on both sides. You see the Air France on both sides. You see the antenna here, and then there's the SATCOM box right there. The anti-collision beacon light right there, folks. The ADF antennas in 3D. 2 antennas right there. And then the little dots right there, as well as over here. Those are the illuminated lights that light up this tail here at nighttime. And then we come over here, the wings over here. No wing walkway, but you see the GF6, CF6 engines here. The fuel dump valve right there. And the winglet. Same over here, folks. The CF6 engines over here by General Electric. Fuel dump valve right there. And the winglet right there, folks. Okay, now we at the belly carriage, the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft. You see the closed nose gear door right there. And there's the open gear right there, along with the open gear door. Another antenna there, the air-cleared beacon light here on the belly. The hole where the stand goes in at. The two antennas there. And the doors that goes to the entrance to the APU housing right there, folks. And then we come to the gears right here, and then they do tilt, see? And then you see the General Electric CF6 engines here, fuel dump valve, the registration number, and the winglets there. Same over here, folks. The gears, General Electric CF6 engine right here, the fuel dump valve right there, and the winglet. There you have it. Okay, folks, since I showed you the aerial bird's eye top view of this aircraft and the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft, now I'm going to put it on that stand that I showed you earlier. So here is the model on the stand, folks. Okay, I finally got it on the stand here. You see the gears there, tilt, everything, all the gears you see there, very detailed, flexing a little bit, all right? Looking at the port side of this aircraft, okay? Okay, now you're looking at the front angle of this aircraft in entirety. You see the engines, the gears, the whole aircraft from the front angle on this model stand, okay? Okay, folks, now you're looking at the starboard side of this aircraft on the model stand. You see here, all the gears there, okay? Okay. And you finally see it in the tail cam angle. Now, if you ever flown this aircraft or any Airbus aircraft for that matter, in your seat, they'll show you a picture with the angle with this with your aircraft sitting like this, folks. All right. Okay, folks, I showed you all the angles of the model on the stand. Since there's no gear replacements, I ain't got to go into details with that. I'm gonna go ahead and take this model off the stand, and I'm gonna wrap up the review with the seating configuration, where to utilize this aircraft on routes. Okay. Alright, folks, now the seating configuration. The Air France Airbus A330-200 seats 208 passengers in a 3-class configured cabin layout. Now here's the breakdown, folks. From rows 1 to 7, that's from here to here, you have 40 business class flatbed seats. From rows 19 to 21, that'll be from here to here, you have 21 premium economy class seats. And rows 23 to 42, that'll be from here all the way back to the rear of the aircraft, you have 147 economy class seats, which bring total to 208 seats. Air France currently utilizes their Airbus A330-200s on routes from Paris to destinations such as Lagos, Nigeria, Kinshasa, Congo, Cairo, Egypt, Châteauroux, France, Boston, Accra, Ghana, Abuja, Nigeria, Chicago O'Hare, Delhi, India, Mumbai, India, New York, JFK, Tokyo, Narita, Bangalore, Caracas, Conakry, Ghana, Niamey, Niger, N'Djamena, Cameroon, Rio de Janeiro, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, Djibouti, New Akchak, Mauritania. Those are the routes. Forgive me if I didn't pronounce those correctly, folks. Those are the routes that he uses aircraft on. Well, folks, this is all I have for this model review. And please rate and subscribe, leave me your comments, suggestions, see if, what your opinion, objection to this model is. And I don't know if you have this model in your collection or if you plan on getting this model, if you can find it. I wish you can find it. I would love to see you do a review on it. In the meantime, this is all I have for right now. Stay tuned. I have a ton of model videos coming. Stay tuned for those. All right. Take care. God bless. More coming.